Okay, peeps, part three. So I don't sorry. So I am doing it like this because I don't want to misquote Joshua, and I don't want to be accused of, you know, I don't want anyone to accuse me of being like, no, that's not what he said. He said it like this. I'm playing the video as is, so we can all hear exactly what he said, part by part by part. Okay, so that's why this is taking forever and a day, and I apologize, but it's very important. Okay, let's continue here at around the 41-minute mark.
And then it says, on the 15th of September, 2032, I will return to earth as king. So on the 23rd and the 24th of September, he said he would come. It is going to be, if you are aware, a festival of the trumpets. It's in the book of Leviticus chapter 23.
It's Old Testament.
It is celebrated over 2 days. It's the 23rd. This year is a Jewish festival.
Okay.
It will be celebrated on the 23rd and the 24th
Of September.
It actually falls on one day. But because of those who needed to confirm first because they marked the day by sighting the new moon.
If you're looking to spruce up the outside of your house, these are the coolest and easiest lights you can buy and require no tools to install. Each box.
All right, so I'm glad that the commercial started there because I was going to pause at that part anyway. Okay, so now this is where I believe the puzzle pieces that the Lord has given me now come into play. Okay, so this part of the video, Joshua has inserted his own understanding of what the 23rd and the 24th represents. And it's what we all have the same understanding if you know anything about the Jewish holidays or the feasts. Now, I didn't know about these until pretty recent. And when I say recent, I said I kind of had like a general understanding maybe 5 years ago, but and it just carried on with me up until the present day. Not a full understanding, but a general understanding. But even if you have like a wall calendar, you flip to the calendar and it shows you Rosh Hashanah / Feast of Trumpets was on the 23rd, 24th, or 22nd, 23rd, 24th, something like that. If you look at your calendar on the wall, okay? So we all had this understanding. Now, 23rd, 24th is what, if you believe that he saw Jesus and that he heard Jesus, Jesus said he'd come the 23rd and the 24th, that it'll be the Exodus on the 23rd and 24th. Now, we here on earth understand that to be Feast of Trumpets. However, this is, you see, we see through a glass dimly, right? And the Lord reveals stuff piece by piece, right? This is just how he does things. We said in Proverbs, we read in Proverbs, it's the glory of God to conceal a thing, but it's the honor of, here, let me not misquote it. It is the glory of God to conceal a thing, but the honor of kings is to search out a matter, okay? And so I believe this is what the Lord has been doing these past few days. He's been concealing a thing, and he wants us to search it out. And he wants us, this is my belief, this is what I believe is happening now. I believe that in these last days, he's given each of us, certain members of the body, a piece of something, right? And he's looking for us to work together like the body that we should be, to try to figure this out and to piece it together, piece this puzzle together so that we can understand what it is that's taking place. Okay? We already read in Numbers 12, 6, and 8 how that, again, I'm going to interject this periodically throughout all these parts. I don't even know how many parts it's going to be, but I'm going to interject this. This is only if you still have just an inkling of faith that Joshua actually did hear from the Lord and that he actually did see the Lord. Okay? And if that's the case, verse 8 of chapter 12, with him, this is God speaking of Moses, with him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. Not in dark speeches, guys. So if we believe that the Lord revealed himself to Joshua, and we take this verse here at face value, that the Lord didn't speak to him in dark speeches, then there's more to this that we're not looking at, and we have to dig deeper. Okay? And now, here's my little piece that I believe the Lord has given me. Okay? So first of all, I want to say, after the live, the global live, the time came and went. We were all defeated. You all saw all of our faces on the screen. We were defeated, busted, and disgusted, towed down from the flow up. All right. We felt like we were deceived, that we were lied to, that just all the negative emotions started to build up. We thought that we got had. All right. Some of us have already settled it within yourself that we got had, we got lied to, we got deceived, and you're just moving on with your lives. Again, I completely understand. I can't stop yet because I know what the Lord has given me. All right. I want to share it. So after the live, the next day, I'm still praying to the Lord, like, Lord, I don't understand what this is. This doesn't make any sense. You definitely were pouring out your spirit on all flesh. I mean, you're showing children visions of yourself. You're telling them that you're returning. You revealed yourself to the young autistic boy and revealed some things concerning his mother, and also you're coming. There's no way that I know that you're not a liar, Lord. So what is going on? Like, what is happening? I was exhausted. I went to sleep. I went to bed really early because I was very tired. I ended up waking up like a little bit after 11:30. Went to use the bathroom, and immediately I heard the word loudly in my spirit: counterfeit. Counterfeit. And it immediately reminded me of the dream he had given me 5 years before. And I'm going to share the dream. Okay? With you all right now. Here we go. All right. And so you all don't think that I've doctored this in any way. I had this dream December 16th, 2020. Here is the timestamp. It was created December 16th, 2020. Last modified. You see, no modification. Same date, December 16th, 2020. I woke up and recorded this at 2:13 in the morning. Okay? It's 10 and a half minutes long. Sorry, y'all. But please hear it all the way through, okay?
Just had a strange strange dream. I don't know if it means anything at all. I don't know, but it looked like I was working in a library. And apparently we were selling benefits. I don't know, you know, when you got you're getting the health insurance at a job, and you get a benefits package, and there's different options that you choose for which insurance that you wanna pick. But here at the library, we were selling health insurance benefits. I don't get it. This young lady comes up to me and she asks me which option do I currently have. And it was dental benefits. Okay. It was the health savings account, the HSA option. And she was asking me, was it worth it? You know, is it worth me purchasing stuff like that? And I was explaining to her that I take the option that takes $50 out of my paycheck every pay period. So I pay into this HSA. So there's the number 50. Okay. And apparently this particular option, HSA option, also, I don't know if this is important, but she was asking about like getting braces and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, well, you know, I'm hoping to be able to get braces myself one day, so that's why I'm paying into this HSA $50 every pay period.
Okay, real quick, guys. You heard the number 50. I just discovered that the word tarry in the King James Version of the Bible, you all can look this up yourselves, it's found in the Bible 50 times. I think that's significant. Okay.
But to buy into the option, it costs $100. So now there's the number 100. So she's like, okay, well, I'll purchase that option. So she gives me two $50 bills, right? And then she walks away. So I go to process this purchase, and I look at the two $50 bills. They're folded up, but they look weird. So they're like, I'm like, okay, these have got to be counterfeit bills that this girl just gave me.
Okay, y'all, so there's the word counterfeit. The girl gave me two counterfeit bills. The Lord spoke this to my spirit the other night. and I needed him to confirm what I believe he was trying to show me. I needed him to confirm it. Now, the reason why this is important, this word counterfeit, is because after the live on the 23rd, I noticed, and a few others noticed, that on the new moon, the renewed moon website, which is the website that I was using to see when the actual slither of the new moon was spotted in Israel, it was still pending. It was still unconfirmed. But they were still celebrating the feast on the day that they were celebrating it. However, if our understanding of the scripture, was that 2 witnesses needed to see the slither of the new moon. Only one saw the slither of the new moon, which means that they were celebrating it. It was an illegitimate celebration. It was, in other words, it was a counterfeit celebration on the day that they celebrated it. But that's only part of it. There's more to, when I got the word counterfeit, there's more to it than just the fact that they were actually celebrating it not on the right day. All right, but let me continue to play this video.
But I had to know for sure. I unfold the bills, and as I'm unfolding, I'm noticed that one, how the bill shows the denomination at the on the corners of the bill, so I can clearly see that there's a 50, the number 50 on one side, but then the way the bill was folded, I'm noticing that the number on the other side says 52. Okay. And I'm like, what the heck? 52? I unfold both of the bills, and the bill is longer. It's 2 times longer than a regular piece of money.
Okay, I need to pause it here because I've always been confused by that part of the dream too. Why in the world, as I was unfolding these counterfeit bills, they were twice as long as like a regular size bill? And Holy Spirit, I don't know if this is you speaking to me right now, but what I'm getting right now is that it's because the day that we were all looking at or hoping for, we're supposed to be tarrying. It was a counterfeit. It was a counterfeit day, but the whole world, especially all the Jewish world, had the understanding that this day was supposed to be on that particular day for the Feast of Trumpets. But it's a counterfeit day. The actual day is longer, or date is longer down the road than what it was anticipated to be. That's what I think the Lord is speaking to me about right now. I could be wrong. I'm not trying to say this is thus says the Lord. I'm just sharing with y'all what it is that I'm feeling at this moment concerning all of this. Okay? Let me continue.
Twice the size, and it's clearly a counterfeit. The president on the 50 everything looked like hand drawn. It was horrible. It was horrible. But I didn't notice this the first time. When the two $50 bills were handed to me initially, I thought they were legitimate $50 bills until I took a closer look, unfolded it. Well, anyway, I don't know if that's significant either.
It's significant, yes, because we all thought that the Feast of Trumpets on that day was legitimate. but the pictures on the bills were hand drawn. Everything looked jank. That's because when man tries to insert their selves into stuff instead of following God's way, it's always going to be counterfeit, and it's always going to be jank, and it's always not going to be the right way that, or the right orderly way things should be. All right, let's continue.
So then I unfold the bills, and it's extremely clear that these aren't real bills. I mean, the number 50 was on one side. What I thought was the number 52 on the other side, but when I unfolded it, it said 50 on one corner of the bill, and then 1752 on the other side.
Okay, y'all, that's very important. Remember the number 1752. Alrighty? 1752.
And I went and I found the young lady. She walked away, but then I found her again in this like a food court. It was weird. It was like this library was attached to a mall, and like I found the young lady sitting at a food court, and I was like, okay. I folded the two bills back the way she handed them to me, and when she saw me, she did this like little smirk because she knew that she had given me two counterfeit bills. So that was without saying. I didn't have to say, why'd you give me counterfeit, whatever. I handed her the bills, and I was like, here's your money back. By the way, you're not going to be getting any dental benefits today. And I sort of just walk away. And then I get back to the desk. Well, I guess it was like the end of my shift of the day. And this is probably not an important part of the dream, but now a message comes over the loudspeaker saying a person's name. Please report to the desk because there's no one manning the desk. Apparently, whoever was supposed to be working that shift didn't show up, or what have you. There was no one there to man the desk. That's probably not an important part of the dream, but I wasn't staying. It was like I knew I wasn't gonna stay, or didn't want to stay to do a double shift, because I knew I had to go or something. I don't know. Anyway, 50, I saw the number 50 on one side of the counterfeit bill. What I thought was a number 52 on the other side of the counterfeit bill. But when I unfolded the bill, it didn't say 52, it said 1752. And the cost of this insurance was $100. Does any of this mean anything? I don't know. All right, bye.
All right, y'all. So that's that dream. I mentioned, counterfeit, and when the Lord whispered that to me, or like spoke that to me late the other night, I kind of understood where he was going, because if the slither of the new moon wasn't spotted on the day that it was supposed to be spotted, everyone was celebrating, but the moon wasn't officially posted that it was spotted, then the feast was being celebrated illegitimately and prematurely. So it was a counterfeit celebration. But there's more to it. I mentioned 1752. I saw that number in the dream. When I first had the dream, I was looking up what in the world was 1752. And so I was looking up some stuff. Okay, so also, guys, I wanted to say that oh Lord help me, I'm losing my train of thought. Oh Jesus help me. Okay, when I first had the dream, I was trying to figure out what it all meant. I don't dream often. When I do dream and I remember, I know it's significant. This was especially significant because there was a bunch of numbers in the dream, and I happened to remember all the numbers. Didn't know what it meant, but I did have like a kind of an understanding that it probably had something to do with the calendar. And the only reason why I say that is because watch this here, guys. What significant event happened in the year 1752?
In 1752, Britain and its colonies adopted the Gregorian calendar, skipping 11 days in September. This change, which moved the start of the year to January 1st, also aligned their calendar with the solar year. Other events included the opening of the first U.S. hospital and Benjamin Franklin's kite experiment.
Okay, so now you all are understanding why I cannot write off Joshua's testimony just yet. So when I heard the word counterfeit the other day, I was like, Lord, you have to confirm this to me. Like, please give me like another dream or something. And guess what, y'all? Guess what? He did not give me a dream. He didn't give me nothing. But what happened was, when I went back to sleep, I woke up at a certain time, early in the morning, and I looked at my phone and saw that I was getting all of these messages, people checking in on me, and, people worried about me. They saw how defeated me and everyone on that live were. So a lot of y'all were checking in on all of us. And I appreciate y'all so much. God bless you all who did that. And while you were checking in on me, many of you were sending me videos, basically saying, Melly, look at this. It's not over. You have to look at this. Yada, 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 whoop-de, whoop-de, whoop. And so this is what further confirmed to me my dream. So I was like, thank you, Lord, for sending this confirmation. Not in the way that I was wanting, but you still confirmed it to me, because there's a brother. I'm not even going to mention the name because I'm not going to mention it. You all probably have seen the video already. But anyway, he was explaining how the Lord showed him that it has something to do with the change, with the change of the calendar. That's very significant. And also the fact that the Jewish people all over the world have been celebrating the Feast of Trumpets not in the right way. Because according to Psalm 81:3, let's go to that real quick. Psalm 81:3. It says, blow up the trumpet in the new moon, in the time appointed, on our solemn feast day. Now, I've always come to know that word appointed, time appointed, is moed, right? But in this verse, that's not what it means, guys. Because look, if we go and read go to the to what that phrase means. It's not moed, it's kese. And what does kese mean? Full moon. It means the full moon, guys. So all these centuries, all these years, the children of Israel were using the slither of the new moon to mark their feast days when it should have been the full moon. And it would make it so much easier to know what time the feast is supposed to be if you could see the full moon up in the sky. Now, I may be missing some of my understanding in this, and I welcome correction, but for right now, this is where I'm at right now, okay? It should have been the full moon. And I want you all to think about this too. Think about the dreams and the visions that the Lord has been giving y'all in these last days, over the past few, sort of, I would say within the last 10 to 5 years, right? Even up until these last few weeks. Lord has been giving y'all visions and dreams of rapture happening at night. And when you look up in the sky, you're seeing a full moon. That's significant. That means something. I believe the Lord was trying to show us stuff from the very beginning, but our understanding, we didn't know. We see through a glass dimly. He reveals stuff to us piece by piece, little by little. He each gives us a piece, and we work together to try to figure out the puzzle, right? Okay. There's more to this. And I'm going to come back. There's another part. Again, sorry this is so long, but there is a lot that the Lord has been giving me. Guys, I don't think this is over. This isn't over yet. Let's still watch. Let's still be hopeful, because there's more to this that we're not seeing, okay? I'm going to come back because I got more.